Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I will say though, we're the cards, Man with the Monkey,
Unreal.
an entertaining man. Blinsky, obviously not much of an entertainer, right? I mean, it seems like he doesn't. I don't know. Doesn't seem sharp enough to be who we're looking for.
Oh, Ragnar's in love with him. That's his new best friend now.
Lads, I just did a little bit of interrogation. I don't always have to be the hammer.
Oh,
You did a
you're
nice
so,
job there.
man, you're so smart. You're so esteemed. Oh, I can't believe I'm in your presence, oh great toy maker.
Lads, I'm thinking this Rictavio got rid of the monkey
Yeah.
because he might know of a prophecy. And the monkey connects him to the prophecy. And we've been chasing the fat toy maker this whole time. And it's Rictavio we need to be looking for.
That's
So
right.
let's find him and cut his throat and be done with it.
Okay, so I have one more question. If you guys remember this or not, is that Rictavio the one who's always who comes in?
The wolf steak and the apple.
Water tat eats us, yeah, and then he leaves, and that's the one they made reference to, that he's here all the time, just eats and then like disappears, right?
Yes, and Blinsky said he couldn't stay here with the monkey, which is obviously a lie.
Well, yeah,
He didn't want the monkey because it connects him to the damn prophecy of Madame Eva.
That's possible. We could also ask Erwin and them if we could ask them what they know about this customer who comes in all the time, and you know what I mean, if we can find a trail him, because that seems like we've finally figured out who our you know who to follow here, and it's not Blinsky.
And what about the invitation to the Wachters?
We could still follow up on it. When do you guys recall when he comes in, Rictavio?
I think it was in the morning.
Was it lunch? Like before lunch? Like brunch?
Well, before we head out, let's ask Erwin and Danica and confirm.
It's not the halfwit. It's not the halfwit we're after. It's this fucking. It's the carnival.
It's the carnival. It's the monkey threw us off. The monkey threw us.
That's the entertaining man.
And Ragnar uncovered that he has a tiger too, which fits in with the dream.
It's about time we got someone who asked the hard-hitting questions.
Well, look, I've threatened to kill enough people since I've been here.
Oh. That's all we do.
I've broken enough bottles over bars.
It's like, hey, can you tell me a secret? No? Okay, chop your head off, you know. That's...
Shoot the NPC.
Well, no, we're not that bad.
Not yet.
I lean over to Juniper and I go, you didn't have to be that nice to that monkey.
You're still salty at the way the monkey treated you the first time.
No.
He threw poop at me.
His name is Piccolo.
Not very nice.
And he's a little prick, and he's lucky I didn't bite his little monkey head off.
All right, so what do you guys want to do next?
Time to credit. Well, we got to talk to Erwin and find out what what's his name's schedule is.
Yeah, and then we gotta get ourselves cleaned up and go on over to the
and get some grub at the Wachter house.
All right, so if you guys want to quickly move yourselves into the common room and tell me what you guys are saying to the Mardikovs. And do you guys see? Let me see. Once you know an NPC, I really want to make sure that on the map I show that you can see the names. Can you see the names on Danica and Erwin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we know that cat in the blue right there?
You've seen a number of like commoners.
Okay.
In here, he and the woman across from him look like they are regulars. You know, just the commoner kind of Balaki.
But they don't look familiar at all.
They don't look familiar. You've seen so many people come in and out of this tavern since you've been here. They don't look familiar though. No.
let's use hushed tones though, since we're in the main area.
All right,
here.
so I'm out.
That's not your specialty.
hushed tones isn't.
Subterfuge is not on board.
Yeah.
Sorry, gang.
All right. So, what would you like to ask them, or who are you asking? Erwin, Danica?
Are we all surrounding Erwin right there? It looks like.
Yeah. We could say, he sees you guys come back around. He is like, at this point, he is more of a strategic ally than your bartender. You know what I'm saying? Like when your guys are in the room, he knows you guys are talking business, and of course, if you want food and drink, he's happy to provide. But he knows when you guys are around that you guys are probably discussing something important.
Erwin, can we discuss something somewhat important?
Yeah, absolutely. And he looks over at the two over there, and he says, blah blah and blah blah. You guys got to go. I'm sorry, I'm not making up NPC names right now. He's like, we're gonna close up early tonight. It's the eve of the festival. So you're welcome to come back tomorrow. We'll take care of the rest of your tab. Those two seem very excited to have their drinks comped, and they leave. And at that, Erwin looks over at Danica and he says, "Yeah, secure the tavern." And she's standing behind that bar, and you see her take two hands and go underneath the bar and kind of shift what looks like a big lever, and all of the windows in this tavern suddenly these big wooden sort of shields come down, like boom, boom, boom. This big slamming noise all around you as the whole building becomes sort of secured and shut
They're
down.
blast shields. Yeah, they're blast
The
shields.
silence.
Yeah.
Erwin looks at you guys and says, "How can I help you?"
Oh, Jim.
I owe you my life. Danica nods and she's almost tearing up, and she's like, "What can we do for you guys?"
Oh, we
And-
just wanted to know what time you open tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Say, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. I'll ask them. We have just learned some things that really makes us very interested in a person named Octavio, who apparently is a frequenter here, and who very much may be something, a person that very, very, very important to us to learn more about.
He says, "It's interesting that you bring that man up. He is a pleasant, cordial patron of the tavern. He pays well, and he keeps to himself. But I will say that we Keepers of the Feather have started tracking him because we're curious of his sort of movements around town. And much to our surprise, we started to realize that maybe he is tracking us. He is a most elusive man. We have no reason to believe that he has any malicious intentions. But it's curious that you're curious of him, and I'm interested why you have an interest in this old man. He's been with us about 3 weeks. He rents the room upstairs. He pays very well. The only bit of a disagreement that we had is that when he first arrived, he had a pet monkey. Apparently, the guy is a carnival man, yet we've never seen him conduct a carnival in town. And we had to, as we have a number of other livestock that tend to congregate around the Blue Water Inn, we didn't really feel comfortable with having a monkey running around. You know that not all of the ravens around here are one of us. There are actual birds that we kind of mingle with and are part of our sort of group, and I don't think they're very comfortable with a monkey. So we asked him nicely that if he wanted to stay at the inn, he would not be able to keep the monkey here, and he complied with no problem whatsoever.
He's not here now, though, right? He's not staying presently.
He's no, not yet. He does. He kind of leaves in the morning. He's like clockwork, to be honest with you. He orders an apple and a wolf steak every morning and sometime in the evening.
Hey, didn't that tiger eat a wolf?
Yes. You're right.
Juniper actually says that.
Then, yeah, that was part of the original dream, I believe. Who had that dream? They were
Was
feeding
it Ragnar?
Yeah, I have the one. The tiger eats a scrap of wolf meat.
Yeah, I think that's what I recalled. You mentioning that.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it to Blinsky, but I'll say it here.
That's our man. We've been trailing Blinsky, thinking that we'd received. It's a long story, Erwin, but we've been following Erwin, thinking that he's a person of interest, and we've heard that he is this entertaining man is more than he appears. And so we've been trailing Blinsky, and tonight we learned that we were trailing the wrong person, the person originally with the monkey, and the one who fits everything else about this description is Rictavio. So is he malicious? I don't know. We just know that he's more than what he appears.
And that is consistent with what we've seen. Our network of spies in town are impeccable at trailing and getting reconnaissance on anybody in town, and he has proved to be the most elusive. Again, we don't have any belief that he has bad intentions, but it is interesting that we both have a suspicion of the old man.
I would be in the best interest of the Keepers of the Feather. I would be very cautious about him, and with your doings, and if he's anywhere in the presence, I would be extra careful. That's just my thoughts. I don't know about the rest of you guys thinking, but I think he's paying very close attention to a lot of us. In other words,
that makes a lot of sense. In fact, I will send word out through our network to increase our surveillance of the old man. It's hard to say when he returns in the evening. To be honest, Danica and I are usually probably retired for the evening when he comes back. His room is upstairs, and we'll keep an eye out for him. And we would be happy to share anything that we learn, and I would hope that you would do likewise.
Which room is he staying in? Not that I'm planning on going there, but
so I need to remember. He points to the way this inn works is let me see.
is it the image above us, basically the open to below part?
It is, and let me see. Okay, so he says if you go up the stairs, so the stairs up to the rooms, which you guys have been in before. So if you go up these stairs that I'm pinging, you're on the second floor, and you guys have stayed in. If you're looking at where I'm pinging now,
I don't see the pings.
Adam's not. Oh, you know what? Let me try it with that. Okay.
Now I see it.
Okay. So if you go up those stairs, that leads up to the guest rooms, and you guys had stayed in this room, this room, and this room. He says that you have to go around the sort of outer balcony And the Rectavio has been staying in this room.
Do you have the key to that room?
He says, of course.
Would you permit us to be able to search the room?
He says, I don't see why not. If you could obviously use discretion, make sure he's not in the room at the moment, and leave things as they were.
Yes.
I don't think it would be in ours or your best interest to scare the man away or show
Right.
that, but he looks over at Danica, who was already pulling out a ring of keys, and she hands it to you, Sparkle.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody wanna? I'd like to go take a look. Anybody want to come with me?
Thornton is
Jennifer?
loud and obnoxious. Probably best if Thornton doesn't.
I'll stand in the hall and watch the door.
Yeah, if he comes in, well, we got the blast shields up, so I mean, can he even come in?
I'll
not.
go with you. I'll help you look.
Yeah, Jennifer's
I'm
gonna go
not
too.
first, but okay. Let me make sure. Check something real quick here. Just want to make sure I'm keeping track of my spell slots because I cast invisible. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. All right. I go up then, Dan. I'll make my way up that staircase to the room that you Erwin indicated, and I'll knock on the door.
There's no answer.
All right.
Housekeeping.
Do I hear anything?
You need a new towel?
Listen, do I
Nope.
hear any kind of noise?
Make a perception check.
Want me to jack you off?
You need a pillow?
What kind of a hotel is this?
Richard, what's happening?
You're fairly certain there's no one in the room.
Okay. Then I will open the door, and I am trying to be really careful of my surroundings. If there's dust on the floor, if there's, you know what I mean, if there anything, I don't want to. I really don't want to play our cards that are here.
I'm
Yep.
standing by the hallway before he opens the door fully, and I just say, "Sparkle, check for traps."
Okay. How do I do that?
You can make an investigation check.
All right. I will do that.
See this guy trapping the door.
Good idea, Ragnar.
You're fairly certain that there's no traps in this room.
Okay.
I just wipe my forehead and I go, "Whew."
Okay. And then I will, again, carefully, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check out the room, basically.
All right. This small guest room contains a bed heaped with wolf furs, a footlocker, a tall wardrobe, and a writing desk with a matching chair. An oil lamp rests atop the desk near a journal bound in a red leather jacket.
Okay. Lamp. It cut out for me for just a sec. Right before oil lamp, you said.
An oil lamp rests atop the desk near a journal bound in a red leather jacket.
Okay. In a red leather jacket?
Mhm.
Okay. I am going to cast not as the ritual, but as using the slot for detect magic.
You do not detect any magic on the journal.
Okay. And there's no like lock or anything on the journal.
Nope. Sitting on the desk, you can flip it open and read it.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
All right, so you open it up, and it is a journal, handwritten, and it is there's a bunch of entries, and you're kind of flipping through them. They make frequent mention of conversations with someone named Drusilla. And it recounts many long, tedious journeys by wagon, and is also writes about various oddities that Rictavio has seen in his travels, including a werehair, which is a boy who transforms into a rabbit on nights of the full moon. A half orc woman named Gorbaka, who could chew through iron chains. A giant man-eating plant that had the most remarkable singing voice. A pair of conjoined goblins, and a small man with no legs named Fillmore Stunk, who could drink whole casks of wine without getting drunk.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like a bunch
So
of
it seems-
rejected Twilight Zone episodes.
Right? It's funny.
My God.
All right, so travels, oddities and travels, conversations with someone named Drusilla. Anything else that you? I'm sorry. I missed.
That's it. Nope, you got it all.
All right, so we have, and then as far as names, there's the werehair Gorbaka, who could shoot through chains. You said
Chew through iron chains. Yeah, they're basically like recounting oddities of different sorts in this guy's travels.
and Fillmore, who could drink a shit ton.
Yep.
Any other places mentioned? Any other?
Nope.
I mentioned it to Ragnar. Does this make any sense? There's nothing in this journal other than some. Honestly, it kind of looks like he's. He might. This might just be somebody who's very good at covering his tracks. This, to me, looks like a carnival man travels. But is there any reference to a carnival other than that?
It sounds like he's talking about the freak show.
Yeah.
Is it just Sparkle in there right now, right?
And Ragnar's kind of standing
Ragnar.
outside the doorway.
Oh, okay.
Spotting him.
Spargle, check the footlocker.
Oh, there's a footlocker too?
Yep. And you pop it open? Or you want to look at it? Yep.
Yeah.
It
I put
contains...
the book right exactly where I found it.
Yep, you leave it completely undisturbed. And the footlocker and the wardrobe contain nothing but common clothes and travel wear.
Very exciting.
Okay. And nothing with an aura or anything from the spell or from the detect.
None.
Anything odd about the footlocker itself? Secret compartment? Anything that seems...
Make an investigation check.
Ugh.
Nope. Don't notice anything.
Juniper kind of goes over to the bed and sticks her hand between the mattress and, like, you know what I mean? Like the box spring. She
Mhm.
kind of roots around and see if she can't find anything. She peeks
All
under
right.
the bed.
Make an investigation check.
Deckard's downstairs making sure this dude doesn't come back.
Yeah, that's a good call too.
You search very thoroughly and don't find anything anywhere in the bed. Top, bottom of the mattress, between the sheets.
Okay.
And nothing underneath the desk. Nothing underneath the...
No, you
footlocker.
guys are cautious about not disrupting the room, but you search it thoroughly and found only the journal.
I don't think we're going to find what we're looking for here. I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem... I didn't see anything.
It's
Maybe
about
it's
9.
not-
It's about 9:30, 9:45.
We should probably make tracks for the Wachter house then. Was the door locked when I opened it? I used the key.
It was locked.
Okay, then I look at Juniper. Is there anything else that you want to look at for or Ragnar? Otherwise, I say we go.
Spargle.
Juniper kind of shakes her head no and follows them out.
All right, I lock the door. And just kind of head down to tell the others, and you return the key to. I think Danica gave it to us. And I'll,
Awesome.
I'll relay what I saw and read. I don't know if any
Awesome.
of you guys make any heads or tails out of that, but
And Danica takes the keys and puts them back up under her apron and clips them back on her belt. And Erwin says, "Did you guys find anything?" We had been kind of watching him come in and out of his room. I'm talking to some of the other Ravens. It does seem that he comes back on average around midnight.
would we have to head out here? But would it be possible to spread the word to see if anyone could cautiously see where he goes during the day? Exercising care, of course, that they're not, because I think this just, I have a feeling
Yes.
this person's pretty sharp.
Yes,
I
yes.
got a way
no,
I know where we could go.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, had to find a clever way to do it because it's going to hurt him. But I got a way of tracking him.
So Erwin says yes.
Yeah.
We will increase our sort of surveillance of this man and try to find out where he's going during the day. And Deckard suggests that he also has another way to track him.
I can brand him, but I'm going to have to poke him with something that's on fire.
Well,
you gonna
Get
poke
away
him in
with
the
it.
ass?
I think that's more up Thornton's alley, but,
we could, I don't know, we could figure this out, but we should probably get to the. What do you guys think? Should we?
We got to go to the Wachter. I mean, we have to go to the Wachter household immediately.
Yeah.
We got to chase down all the leads.
All right. Are you guys just going to wander around town, or how are you figuring out how to get there?
Take the bus, brother.
Does Erwin and Danica know? We could ask him. Do you know what? Can you point it?
Onwin, what's the quickest way to the Wachter household?
Oh yeah, they say. Oh yeah, of course we know where the Wachter house is. It's the second largest mansion in town. It's if you follow the if you go to towards the square and then head northeast along the side road, you'll run right into it. It's only third of a mile from here.
Towards the square, northeast, past the Sag Road.
Right on.
Second building, and
Second build this building.
Yeah, you can't miss it, and if you ask somebody along the way, they'll point you to it. Everybody.
All right. You got it, Birdman. Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
And is that what you guys do? Are you guys all going?
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, we're all going.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Ride
Free
together, we
free
die
dinner.
together.
Free with an amazing group of super friends who could read good and do other things. We're going.
Yay.
I'm ready for a free meal. You kidding?
Lady Wachter's going to be dancing on tables.
Jesus Christ, what's happening in my campaign?
Did you just put music on?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
God.
is this? Is this
What did we do?
Evanescence?
So, as you walk up, so you make your way through town. It's very easy to find once you kind of get towards on that path. It's sort of like as you head to the northeast side of town, it's smaller and smaller houses. You do see a number. You still see, even at almost 10 o'clock at night, you're seeing still a lot of civilians kind of walking around. And you walk up to this massive house, almost as big as the Baron's mansion. This house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it's become. And there's a little vestibule, whatever, if that's what you call it, a little entry, walk steps up to a door, whatever you call those things. And there's a very clear, front door. And it's a massive, heavy set door with big bronze hinges.
Dude, what is this music?
I feel like
It's
we're going
amazing.
to our
No,
death.
honestly, no, it's amazing.
It's amazing, but I feel like we're going to die.
I'm I'm trying to figure out how I can use Shazam on my phone and put my AirPods up to my phone
It's
speaker.
A Natural Situation by Kevin McLeod.
It's another Kevin McLeod.
Is it?
Yeah, it's another Kevin McLeod. Yeah,
Oh
he
my
does
God.
a lot of royalty-free music.
So good.
Yeah, are we in Ganon's castle? What's going on?
Chatting with these folks, so I got the invitation in my hand, and I door here.
All right.
The door's and I knock.
Yeah, you fucking know. I ain't fucking know.
Is anybody else scared by this place? Is this
Oh, I'm terrified. This is a total fucking nightmare
Scared by
zone.
I've been scared since we got to Barovia.
So Deckard walks up to the front door.
I was just about to
And-
do that, Dan.
Oh, sorry. And
I was just about to, when you moved my icon.
yeah, go ahead. You can move yourself up right in front of the door.
I've
And
made peace with
as you
Tyr.
knock.
Oh no,
Just-
yeah. Sorry.
Just like sort of Wizard of Oz style, this little slit, a slit opens and there, a little slider thing opens in the door, and you see just eyes and a face, and says, "Yes, what's your business? It's late evening."
And one of your creepy fellers gave me this invitation earlier.
You see the eyes move around and say, "Can you hold it up? I don't see."
We're here for the free grub.
No, man, I hand it to him. I put it right through the slit.
Okay, and they grab it through the slit, and then you hear a click click as the door swings open and opens into a little entryway. The front door opens into a narrow vestibule. 3 stained glass doors in wooden frames lead from it. There is a what looks like a steward of the house type of gentleman who's standing there, and he says, yes. And he looks around, and he looks at all you, and is a little sort of wide-eyed even now at the big group standing behind you, Deckard, and says, yes, Lady Wachter is waiting for you just this way. And they... let me just start unveiling some of this stuff. Let's do... So you guys can all move yourself into this sort of big room that I just uncovered. There is a sort of little bit of a sort of a parlor. Yeah, there you go, right there. And you see a woman, a very noble-looking woman, well-dressed, sitting in a big chair, smiling very broadly as you guys all walk in. She looks at you, Deckard, and she says, Ernst has commended your group's bravery and prowess. I am so pleased to meet you all. We have much to talk about. Please make yourselves comfortable. And there's a roaring fire in this room. There are 3 elegant couches surrounding an oval table made of black glass. You get the sense of a lot of like luxurious, like richness in this place, but worn, right? So a lot of things that look very expensive and nice, but have been, they've been well used. All are set in front of a blazing hearth, above which hangs the portrait of a smirking nobleman, sporting a broken nose and a tangle of hair graying at the temples. Several smaller portraits hang on the wall. And she says, please come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
Oh, Lady Wachter, the legends of your beauty have clearly been underrepresented for which is that in front of me now.
She looks like a very stoic, like middle-aged woman, and your comment actually breaks her sternness, and she has this really nice smile and almost pleasant look on her face as you say that. She seems to really kind of embrace the respect that you're showing her. And she says,
I glance. Deckard kind of.
No, go ahead.
You give me side eye? Is that what you did?
So I think I'm lagging a bit. I think Hillary's computer, dude, she's got 7 tabs open in a browser. I don't know how she does it.
That's how their brains work, brother.
That's how the brains work.
So here, I think I'm lagging a bit. So I'm actually going to switch to my phone here. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, see you, bud. We'll see you in a couple.
So as he's doing this, not a huge thing that he can't pick up on. There are a couple of servants, what look like a couple maids and a cook that are sort of scrambling about right behind you, Ragnar. This whole table, and they look like they're clearing and setting up a grand sort of banquet dinner. So they're clearing off the table, they're lighting candles, they're bringing out glasses and place settings. You all smell the most amazing scents of food that you have smelled since you've been in Barovia. You smell like a rich, sort of savory, sort of meat flavor in the air.
Yeah.
You can smell the freshness of the wine, and you see them bringing out large crystal decanters full of wine and setting them on the table. Your mouths are watering. Deckard, you smell particularly, you pick up immediately on the smell of roasted pork, which you haven't smelled since you've been in Barovia. And it takes everything in your power to not literally start drooling as they're setting up this big feast behind you guys. But
so is this the first time I haven't had an overwhelming stench of wolf meat in my mouth or in my nose?
Yeah, it's almost the opposite, where it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you were smelling garbage for a week, and that garbage scent went away, and now you're smelling like
your prey.
Roasted pigs.
You walked into Morton Steakhouse, you know?
Okay,
oh,
awesome.
Man, Spital ham. Oh.
Okay. And I don't know, I know I missed a little bit there, but
that's all you missed, is they were setting up a real big feast
great.
behind you on the table in the dining room.
So Deckard seems like he's in a very good mood suddenly, because he doesn't feel like he's gonna vomit. Deckard's had he's seemed really subdued the whole time we've been in this city. Like, he's literally holding back the urge to not throw up 99% of the time in this city. And so are we around the table now?
You're in this sitting area around this lady who is sitting in a big chair, and you guys she really wants you to just chill and be comfortable.
Got it. Okay. So Deckard takes a seat on the couch there, takes his hat off, sets it on the armrest, and says, Lady Wachter, or what's her name again? It's just Lady Wachter, right?
Yeah, Lady. Yeah.
Lady Wachter, your agent's there. That guy's been following me around a bit, trying to get me to come visit you. I appreciate the hospitality here. We're interested to hear, what it is you feel we might be able to help you with. You mentioned you had a proposition for our group. We've been around Barovia here a bit, and still trying to make sense of things. So if there's anything you can help us out with, or help us understand what's going on in this place, we're all ears.
She says, "Of course, and I apologize for the perhaps sketchiness of my most trusted agent, Ernst, who you met. I apologize if it puts you at unease. But we have to be careful. This town is a tenuous political environment. But I understand. It feels that we have fallen on the same side of where my opinion of the Baron is. I understand he very rudely abducted one of your close friends and a respected member of the community. And it happens to be that I have a long-standing hatred for the old fool, to be completely honest. There is very little reason why an idiot like the Baron should be running this town. I feel like you and your friends here may be the answer to a long-standing problem that I've faced in what I feel is my right to rule this city.
Tell me a little more about that. Why do you feel? Well, first off, what's wrong with him? I mean, he sounds like kind of an asshole, but
Well,
outside of that,
I think you'll, as you spend some more time here, you will continue to observe and understand the Baron's lunacy. Despite his namesake being the town's name, his lineage is wrought with inbreeding and generations of really just inbred insanity. These festivals are an enormous waste of resources and put our people through just absolute torture. Really, the only thing stopping us from replacing his leadership is his henchman, this Ezek and his guards.
Alaric's had a little run-in
Alaric's,
with him.
so I'm right next to her, right? That's where you place me.
Yeah, you guys are all chilling right next to her.
So
I nod to Alaric. I'm
yeah,
like, our friend Alaric's had a little run-in.
he would let out some kind of like satisfying hum after hearing those words, right? Like he's probably got his like arms folded, listening intently, and then after what was said, he would just kind of he's excited about what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seeing
he
that-
likes what she's saying.
Seeing that, she looks at you and she says, I understand you've already had a few run-ins, and I appreciate the discretion that you've all applied to not disrupt the public order. My bloodline and my lineage goes even further back than the Valakis, and it is a more pure bloodline, and it goes back to the more ancient times of this Vale. If we were able to displace the Baron, I would take ownership of the town. I have many, many friends in waiting. And of course, you, your friends, and the Mardikovs would be eternally welcome and revered under my new leadership.
So
Say you're from
Ragnar's
ancient
listening to this.
times. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. Ragnar's listening to this, and he kind of steps forward, and it just says, "So, Lady Wachter, how long has the bloated Baron been in charge of this town? And what can you tell me about that mutated pustule of a henchman of his? Where did he come from, and what's the deal with his arm?"
So, rumor has it, he, as a child, lost his arm. We don't know how he lost his arm and how it grew back into that monstrosity, but he is a serious threat, and he's the only thing standing in our way. I have many trusted agents throughout this town that are ready to displace the leadership of the Baron. However, Ezek is just too much of a threat. We can't take the risk until he's out of the picture. He seems to have been perhaps adopted by the Baron. He certainly isn't a relation. But at some point, the Baron as far as we know, took him under his wing. And of course, being substantial in stature and prowess, the Baron has used him as his sort of muscle to control this city.
One more question, my lady. What relationship does the bloated Baron seem to have with the one they call Strahd? I'm new to
Strahd.
these lands, that's why I ask.
Strahd, we see Strahd as not as a threat, but as a sort of absentee landlord, so to speak. He's not interfered with our business in years. We have no reason to think we need to parade around with these ridiculous festivals to keep him out. The Baron seems to operate to lead our town out of fear rather than out of any sort of care for the people and the future prosperity of our citizens.
Well, why don't you think Strahd showed up here in a long time? You said you're from ancient times.
That's right. In fact, it's my
you must
family
know a little
bloodline.
bit about him.
Absolutely. We believe that our family bloodline brokered peace with Strahd many years ago. And that is why Vallaki is untouched. And if I am to take control of the town again, we can continue that for generations.
So you don't think Strahd would have something to say if the Baron were pulled out of power? Would he be coming for that person's head?
I do not. I feel that it is perhaps, in fact, I'd rather serve a devil than the madman.
Have you mentioned all the many agents that you have, and you obviously are a person of considerable power within this town.
She smiles again. She smiles again and nods when you say that.
Respectfully speaking, how do you know you can't take out this Isaac character? Have you made attempts? Is there more to this man than just his size? I would imagine a large number of agents should be able to take care of one person.
We have seen your type before. We've seen travelers from strange lands with great powers come to our city, and they've stood up to the manipulative, oppressive ways of the Baron to be struck down by his henchmen. That monstrosity of an arm, his size, it's frightening how powerful that henchman can be. No commoner, no group of commoners even could stand against him.
Have you witnessed him in combat? Or your agents?
Yes, absolutely. We've seen what he can do, but what Ernst tells me that from our observation of your group and what we've heard transpired at the winery and what we've heard transpired at the windmill, and many other pieces of information we have about your group, we feel, and your invitation here tonight is based on the fact that we think that your group here is the only hope this city has had in many, many years.
What'd you hear about the windmill?
Oh, well, we know that a coven of hags inhabits that windmill, and the very fact that you were able to survive is testament to the fact that you have a chance against Izek as well.
Well, most of us.
Is Irina in the room with us?
Sorry, I didn't move her in, but yep, she is.
She's standing behind me.
Yeah,
like above me. So I'm sitting on the couch, and just behind me, I say, Lady Wachter, just change the subject real quick, just out of curiosity. She look familiar to you?
She leans over. She says, we've heard that you travel with a woman from the village of Barovia. Those downtrodden peasants. I'm surprised you even brought one along with you. She doesn't look familiar, as pretty of a girl as she is. Perhaps if she's interested, my son is looking to wed, and I could make an introduction.
I'm gonna leave that one to Irina.
Irina's kind of like looking around at everybody and just kind of like sits back down and just giving you a look like the.
Lark's gonna go. He's gonna wave his hand out and he's gonna go. This is not the girl you're looking for.
I go, no, we like Irina. We're not. That's her decision. We're not marrying her to anybody. That'd be up to her.
Wow.
Um,
Well, fair enough. Yeah, even as a visitor from the village, she would be welcome under my rule.
So,
all right. Well,
what do you propose?
If I could cut to the chase, you guys kill Ezek, we handle the rest.
Consider it done.
Then let's eat. And
well,
she
hang
starts-
on now. Thornton,
Pardon me,
Thornton's
friend
had a
over
few
there,
cocktails.
Lady Wachter. He's a little drunk.
Happy hour started at like 1 o'clock for Thornton today.
Happy hour started at 1 o'clock for Thornton. Despite you guys are continuing to converse with her, but they have now brought out a meal, a course of the meal. And Deckard, I'll give you a second to. So what you see is you see crystal glasses of just crystal clear water, real refreshing water. You see the carafes of Red Dragon Crush coming out. You see a huge roasted pork placed on it takes 2 people to carry this thing out and place it in the middle of this giant table right behind Ragnar. You see fish, sort of looks like smeared in some butter sauce, and they place those all around almost like an appetizer. And then you see these bowls of like candied carrots, like with a brown sugar glaze on them, coming out as well. And they're just setting up this huge feast. But Lady Wachter looks back at you, Deckard, and she says, "Yeah, what do you think of my proposition?"
Well, and I glance at the group. I say, I'm trying to find out what might be in it for us to risk our lives to kill this man for you. What does it matter to us who's running this town? Candidly, if I'm telling you the truth, we're trying to get out of here.
Yes, I know. Your visitors seldom want to stay here, but my understanding is you're looking for, while you're here, a safe place to stay without the fear of an oppressive ruler. I understand that you've become friends with the owners of the Blue Water Tavern, Blue Water Inn. And I think what I offer in return, other than perhaps compensation, if that's what you're looking for, is a safe place to stay, either for your lady friend, for you, but especially for the Mardikovs and all the citizens of Vallaki.
Well, what if we raise the stakes a little bit? Suppose we help you take back the town. Once we do that, we use the resources in this area of Vallaki to take it to the Dark Lord. Because we're trying to find our way out of here, and I have a feeling it goes right through him.
Ragnar nods.
Her face darkens as you say that, and as you nod your head, and she looks down. She says, I'm sorry. But it is not in my best interest to go against the Dark Lord. My position would be to seek a bit of an arrangement with him for our future peace. I don't believe that confronting him is the proper course.
All right, well, suppose part of that arrangement is getting us out of here.
If you help me take the town, I would do whatever I could in my power to help you get out of here.
I look at the group for acknowledgement. I don't know.
You have a Lark's approval.
Juniper gives a thumbs up as she's still shoving food into her mouth, especially those carrots.
You can see Spargo looks a little not as comfortable. I'm not saying anything, but I do say that maybe it would be best if we considered what if you give us what detail you think we can would be the best way to approach this, but I kind of feel like this is something we should sleep on and make a decision. This is obviously not a trivial matter at removing this Izek.
She nods at that. She says, I understand. I wouldn't have brought you here for this discussion if I didn't think that you could do it. We've been watching you closely, and we feel like you have the capability. But know that I will not go against Lord Strahd. As ruler of this town, I will look to broker some level of peace and independence from his rule, which I believe that we have now, and I will provide whatever resources I can to help you return to wherever you've come. I don't know that I can, but I will commit and honor whatever I can to help.
That's fair, I understand. And the reason I ask, Lady Walker, is you have to understand, I can't speak for everybody, but, I don't much care about what's going on here in Barovia. And I'm not too interested in getting involved in your politics. I just want to get home.
Preach,
That
brother.
is fair. That is fair. So then, do we have a deal? Are you willing to help me overthrow the Baron by way of taking out Izek? I will leave it to you on how and when you do that. Of course, the sooner the better. And my agents will be ready to enact Phase 2 once Izek is out of the way.
How would the people respond to this shift?
Who are you saying that to?
The lady.
Oh, she says, it would be hard to gauge for you, but rest assured, I have quite a few allies in this town who are sick of the Baron's oppression and games and wastefulness. That I would think you would find the majority of the populace would be in favor of the shift of power.
I just turn and look at Spargle. He's the one who seemed to have some reservations. And I'm just glancing at the group before I say to Lady Walker, well, I think it might be best for our team here to group up and consider your proposition and make sure we're all on board, because it sounds like this is going to be a heavy undertaking. And, I'm speaking now, but I'm not the speaker for our group. So if you wouldn't mind, we'd like to take some time and talk about it and let you know our decision tomorrow.
Fair enough. Then you know how to find me. My agent is always within an earshot of you. Should you need to send word
creepy.
back.
That's
All right.
creepy.
Well, I'll tell you what. Send him around tomorrow morning, and tell him not to sneak up from behind me. I'm tired. It's so weird. Just tell him. Just tell him.
Bet she's
He's
the
walk
horse.
up. He can just walk up to me. I know who he is. He doesn't have to sneak up.
Bet she's the
behind me.
horse. Bet you that horse.
She
is
says,
the
Okay, that makes I'm completely comfortable with those plans. I will, assuming you're staying at the inn, I will send Ernst over in the morning, sometime before the festival, to hear your decision. I hope you make the right one, because I feel like we could, we could really help each other out in this situation. So please enjoy the meal that we've prepared for you. And feel free to make your leave at any point, and Ernst will be by in the morning.
All right. We'll appreciate the hospitality. Take you up on that offer to take some of this feast down, and you'll have an answer in the morning.
All right. So you guys, if you'd like, have a great meal. Whoever decides to partake in it. Their servants cater to you. Fiona, her name's Fiona Wachter. I don't even know if I mentioned her first name. She seems to sort of mill about, not converse with you too much anymore. Just kind of more watching her servants and making sure everybody's being taken care of. And if you guys want, we can say that you wrap up this meal and head back to the Blue Water Inn. And then it will be, and unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
I have a quick question for her.
Oh, sure.
Is there a Mr.
So
Wachter, Mrs. Wachter?
As I'm shoveling some roasted pork into my mouth, I meander over to her, and I got that look on my face again of, like a jovial, happy dwarf instead of the scowl. And I just say, Lady Wachter, I'm new to these lands. I've heard a legend of a ruin called Argynvost. Do you know anything about this?
She says, in fact, I do. Second. I am going to... You hear her say, Ernst, can you please bring out the map? And this doorway here suddenly pops open. Ragnar, you see into it, and it looks like it's a study in there as well, couches and chairs and whatnot. And the cloaked kind of guy that Deckard had. Hold on a second, I gotta find this.
Yeah, the shifty fella.
Ernst.
The shifty fella, yep.
Mr. Ernst from Hey Dude.
Ernest goes to hell.
I'm going to show you this momentarily because you guys don't own this yet. But she says, Ernst, can you bring out the map? And so she rolls. So that guy comes running out. He's got a scroll and a parchment. And in the middle of the table where you're all eating, he rolls out a map, which is much better than the one that you'd seen from...
Oh, wow.
I don't know if this is going to let me do this.
That zooms in nicely.
It really does. It does.
So I can't ping the map, but so if you see Vallaki and then you see that what looks like a bit of a castle-looking thing right to the southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She points to that and she goes, "Those are the old ruins of Argynvost."
Oh, you could see the Bastani camp in Sarah Falls. That's cute. This is a nice map.
What might it take for us to get this map from you?
Wait, where, Dan? I'm sorry.
Southwest, the little
The
castle.
first castle southwest of Vallaki.
Yeah, about 3 clicks west of the windmill. where
Okay.
Blackwood's corpse is.
Oops.
And where did we go for the wine? Was that over to the far left?
South of Kresk.
Yeah, it's even got a little grape above it, or
Oh, yeah, okay.
wine vines above
And
it.
you can see south of that's the Wicker Man Party, and then that's
All right,
where we
so
picked up Juniper.
Quick question, Dan. Does anybody,
Wicker Man
because I don't know about the inventory, does anybody have paper or parchment?
I do.
Is there a way, we'll ask her, but is there a way we can make a copy of this?
It's a great question.
So go ahead and close that map back up in character because she just rolled it out and showed you on the map, and then she very carefully rolled the map back. She does not want you to have it or copy it. She just wanted to show you where it was on her map, her precious map that her spy master has.
Jeez.
But when Deckard asked that, she says, as you guys are really interested in the map, she does say that to sweeten the deal, if I am to assume power of town, I would gladly make you a copy of this map. In fact, I would gladly have a few of my agents guide you to Argynvostholt. They won't go in. The place is said to be haunted and is the ancient haunted castle of the Order of the Silver Dragon. Anyone with a wit about him wouldn't step foot in the place. But if you're interested in it, I will gladly point you in that direction.
All right, so Lady Wachter, so you're telling me this castle is the castle of the ancient Order of the Silver Dragon, and it's said to be haunted. No one in these parts goes there. That's just the kind of place that a dwarf who loves to find relics chooses to go. So I'm really glad I asked.
She says, well, you're braver than anyone I know. And,
I'd go there right now if I could.
Lady Wachter, where's the shitter?
She snaps to one of her servants and she says, this one's had a lot to eat and drink. Please make sure he sees he finds the facilities.
Lady
Oh,
Wachter,
I've heard
let
that.
me give him the guest bathroom, not the main one.
Right. And she does kind of let you guys have the run of the room, eat, drink, be merry. At some point, she says, we, colloquial we, don't attend the Baron's festivals, but we do need to turn in. So I hope I hear the answer that I'm looking for in the morning. And it has been a pleasure meeting you all.
Pleasure meeting you, Lady Wachter.
Thanks for your hospitality.
I'll talk to Ernst in the morning, so long as he doesn't sneak up on me.
He will be there at dawn, sharp.
All right.
I kiss her hand. I kneel and I kiss her hand. Well, I don't have to really kneel because I'm a dwarf. But I say thank you for the hospitality, Lady Wachter.
She has that same sort of look of pride from the respect that you're showing her, as she did earlier. She seems a very noble-ish sort of woman who commands or demands respect and really appreciates it. So
I know the type.
Cool. All right, so do we head back to the inn?
Yeah, let's go home. Let's go rest. God.
Let's go discuss. Sparkle has
Tired.
reservations that we have to hear about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you want, we'll take it back to the inn. I know it's a little after 11, so we can fireside chat your discussion prior to you going to bed, and then we'll pick up the next session with you guys waking up in the morning of the Festival of the Blazing Sun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cool.
All right. Well, there wasn't any combat, not a lot of dice rolling, but I feel like you guys started to piece a few things together and get a little bit further into what's going on around here. So I'm kind of excited about where you're at.
All right.
Cool.
All right, cool. I will shut the stream off.
That was good.
Thank you to all our viewers. We couldn't do it without you guys.